With a rich history that began in the 1930s, elder Zelma Johnsson was married to the love of her life for 32 years, Kenner Johnson, who passed away in 1978. Their union produced 6 children: Shirley, Kenner, Louis, Brenda Jean, Linda, and Terry. In the 50s, Zelma met a lady at a bus stop in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who told her about a faraway place called Portland, Oregon, and that they were hiring people of all colors and that kids could go to good schools. To everyone's amazement, Zelma went to Portland, Oregon all by herself to find out. Within a week, she acquired a house, and by the second month, she met lifelong friends and held jobs which allowed her to purchase a car so she could go back to bring her entire family to Oregon. In the 60s, Zelma left her home church, New Hope, to join a startup church, Maranatha, as an original member. She was an invited guest to the Memorial Coliseum to hear a new pastor who had just received the Nobel Peace Prize, Martin Luther King Jr. In this time, Zelma and Kenner also purchased their family home on Northeast 8th Street. By the 70s, Zelma was well established in Portland. Louisiana-style cooking was her specialty while working for some of the most influential families in the Northwest Hills of Portland. She also raised many of their children. She turned this into a small business, hiring many of her friends. Furthermore, she became the first female taxi driver in Portland and drove taxis for almost 5 years. Eventually, she joined the Sharon Church. There, she along with her friend Joyce Southall were among the first female elders in the SDA Church in Oregon. Zelma was able to relive a dream in the 80s. She purchased home on 5 acres in Troutdale. She had fruit trees, a vegetable garden, a rose garden and plenty of space. It reminded her so much of the country life of the South where she grew up. She also remarried to Billy Norman. Zelma officially retired in the 90s. She cared for over 20 foster children who were transitioning to adoption through the Morrison Center and received one of their most prestigious awards of recognition. She became one of the Women in Ministry speaker contracted by the Oregon Conference of Seventh-day Adventists who spoke throughout the Northwest, averaging over 25 speaking engagements a year. She spoke at the Sharon Church's Mother's Day service at the tender age of 89. Over the past 20 years, Zelma has been a prayer warrior and mentor to countless people that God brings to her door and phone, including neighbors, church members, family, and even strangers. May she rest in power until the trump of the Lord sounds.